Next on our list, we have The Time When Psychics Read My Future by Jaiden Animations. So I'm very, very excited because it's been so long since I've seen a Jaiden Animations video, and I freaking love Jaiden Animations. So let's just jump right into this, The Time When Psychics Read My Future.
When it comes to the spirit world, supernatural, chakras, I'm indifferent. Normally, I just don't mess with any of it. Whether it's real or not, I'm sure not gonna fool around and find out. I'm here.
This is literally my take on the Some Ordinary podcast. Every single week we have a guest that's like, yo, I believe in ghosts. And Muda's like, yeah, maybe. And Oompaville's like, I believe that it would be cool if ghosts were real, but I want them to be real. And I'm just like, what? What?
To live as normal a life I can, die, and then we can go from there. But
yeah, incredibly based Jaiden moment.
But I got curious. What would happen if I individually booked readings with a bunch of psychics? I mean, I don't even know what they do. I just know something about them being made of crystals and having 3 eyes or something.
Yeah, basic psychic procedure.
It's a world I've never explored before. Until today, I didn't even know what to expect. Would they all say the same thing, different things?
If they all say the same thing, that's freaky as hell.
They say I'm cursed and demand to put a ritual on me. Who knows?
For $10.
I booked a reading with 5 different psychics. Let's see what they all said about me. I wanted to keep as much consistency and
yo, this is how you tell a story. Dude, I love Jaiden Animation storytelling videos. She does such a good job. Not just in how she tells the story, but in making sure the story happens.
All of this is possible, you know, scientific method and all that. So I specifically booked a tarot card reading and palm reading from all 5 of them. That way they're all reading the same things for me, and we get to be good little scientists in the supernatural community. Anyway, Psychic 1.
I love how every psychic, by the way, their calling card is, by the way. Did you know that only 1 in 100 psychics are actually real? Every psychic says that, so that when you pay them, they could say that they're the real one, and you can't actually compare them to other psychics because they also all say only 1 in 100 is real. That will be $200, please. 1 in every 100 psychics is real, so you can literally never disprove them.
I walked into the shop and saw a table with a bunch of candles and crystals on it. You know, the typical psychic stuff.
Yeah.
I've never gone to a psychic at this point. I didn't know what they were gonna do to me. Were they gonna
Mob Psycho Rabbit,
say my name and say they've been expecting me? And for all I know, a real life wizard could walk through the door and speak in riddles to me the whole time. But Psychic 1 was a 5-foot tall middle-aged white lady in a black spaghetti strap tank top and a ponytail. All the psychics—
that's because psychics are people just like me and you. They're just like us, except they are born masters of the arcane.
Had a bit of a different method of doing the tarot card reading, but the overall gist is they had me put my right hand over the stack of cards, say my full name, then I pulled 18 cards that would determine my reading. Psychic 1 pulled the cards herself though. I didn't get to pick them, so I don't know if that was a non-regulation move or all the other psychics let me pick my cards, I'm just saying. She started with what she read about me as a person. I'm my own boss and don't like being told what to do, which is like half true. Well,
sure.
Being my own boss is full true. Hi guys. In normal day-to-day life, I love having someone else tell me what to do. It's just nice to turn my brain off and put someone else behind the wheel. But with YouTube, it's true. I don't like being told what to do. With the Pokemon XD video, I was asking Jacob what I should do with the thumbnail, and he said I shouldn't have Shadow Lugia in it because it's not that eye-catching. And I was—
yo, that is such— I love these inside glances into the life of YouTubers marketing their videos. That is such a, like, alpha rad thing to say.
I was like, no, I'm putting Shadow Lugia in the thumbnail because I love Shadow Lugia.
Incredibly based Jaiden moment.
And then I did.
Yeah!
So the psychic's pretty on point so far. She said I don't like asking people for things. Everything I have, I worked to gain with my own 2 hands.
True, true.
I'm gonna live a long and healthy life beyond my 80s.
Okay, unprovable until beyond your 80s.
And I'm gonna have 3 kids. All of those things are pretty fair. I do think you could say that to the majority of people though, even if it's not genuinely true to their personality. I think most people like to believe that's the type of person they are.
Yeah, everyone's like, you will live till old, all right, sure. You know, you will have a couple of kids. Yeah, all right, sure, you know, pretty basic. And then you worked for the things that you have. Everyone's so I did work for the things that I had, you know. Now that you mention it, I did work for the things that I have. That's true. I mean, my daddy did give me a lot of money, but I didn't lose all of it yet, so I did kind of work for the things that I had. Now that you mention it, I didn't put it in that perspective before. Literally anyone will freaking—
and if I don't live to be 80, what am I gonna do? Sewer? But that's the very strong skeptic in me.
Yeah!
talking. She do know me for real, for real. Then she asked if I had any questions for her, and I told her that I constantly worry that my birds are gonna die in some freak accident or sudden disease, or they get out and fly away never to be seen again.
That does sound like Jaiden worries.
She pulled more cards and said she sees that they're safe.
Ah, of course, yes.
But would recommend placing a spiritual protection over them.
Ah, this is when the gacha game gets involved. Are you familiar with Genshin Impact? Would you like to roll a 10-pack for spiritual items?
Which was very interesting to hear. From what she explained, I'd be doing a 3-day, 3-night meditation for them to create a spiritual barrier that can protect them physically.
Wait, and you don't have to buy anything from her? That sounds like a scam.
Mentally, and medically. Promising medical protection is a big deal. You can't just throw that around lightly, might I just say. And to perform the meditation, I would need to buy the materials.
Ah, you need to buy the materials. Anyone that knows anything about meditation is, as someone that actually finds meditation fascinating, you don't need materials for meditation.
From her to do it. She was very big on making sure I knew I wasn't paying for her time, just the materials. Which, how thoughtful. Until she dropped the materials would cost $427. Let's just do a quick rundown on this whole session so we're all up to speed. During this psychic reading, this lady learned I'm my own boss, am successful enough to run my own animation team, care very deeply about my birds, enough to pay a psychic $90 to ask about their safety, and all I have to do to fully protect them from basically anything and everything
is another $400
in this world is set up this spiritual protection for the low price of $427.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could repel cancer for under $500. Someone distract the government. I think we're onto something here. I just told her I don't have the money for it right now. A lie she most definitely didn't believe at that point, but I had to say something to stop.
I have a YouTube channel with 12 million subscribers, and I cannot afford $400 to save my birds.
This snowball in its tracks.
Yeah.
And immediately she said, "That's fine, but this isn't something you should wait a long time on."
Oh my god! Be careful next time you open your window. Okay?
You will be in touch. I never went back. For that being my first psychic reading experience, it spawned so many questions, but it did answer one I had beforehand, which was, how do psychics even stay in business? Because I am now starting to understand the business model going on here. Moving on to Psychic 2, I'll say this right now, this one was my favorite. She was really nice and we had a lot of good small talk. Her psychic reading room was a little closet in her house, and by the end of the session, it was very warm in there.
Alright,
But
sure.
I had a nice time. Same situation, got a tarot card and palm reading. I think she said she gave me a general spiritual reading as well, and this all cost $90, just like the last one.
Damn, bro, that's wild.
What she said was all very positive. She said she sees me making a name for myself in whatever industry I'm in.
I mean, she already made a name for herself, so I guess that's sort of true-ish.
That was genuinely the first thing she said to me. I didn't tell her about my job or anything. She sees a lot of new and exciting opportunities coming for me in the new year. I got all these readings done late 2022, so by the time this video actually comes out, we get to see if that's true. She also said I'm planned to live a long and healthy life past my 80s, and she foresees me moving to a different location sometime when I'm older, which is most likely true. I don't like LA. It freaks me out.
Based! Incredibly based, Jaiden!
She identified my bad time of the day, which she said is 3 a.m. Again,
What? Alright, sure.
true. If life gets a bit too hard to handle, I will absolutely have a meltdown in bed at that time. But also, everyone has a meltdown when they're broken and it's late at night. That's a universal bad time.
Hey.
They even wrote a rule in life about it. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
That's true. That's a real rule.
But it's good to be more aware of because I forget and 3 a.m. hits different some nights. She said I've always been connected to animals. I'm gonna be a mother of 3. Okay,
Oh god, they both said a mother of 3. Is that like a generic average type thing? The average lady that goes to psychics has 3 kids? Is that like a thing?
Your psychic did say that, mental note, and for some reason said I should get into hiking, which just sounds like a nice hobby recommendation. I didn't know tarot cards and palms could say that.
Yes, based on your tarot cards, it says you should eat less shit food. It says that a salad every once in a while would do you good. Apparently, you will be diabetic if you continue to gain weight so rapidly. Yes. The cards have spoken!
I asked her about my birds. I didn't get the spiritual protection from the other psychic, so they are still in jeopardy. And she said, although she's reading that they should be safe, if I'm worried about any medical issues, I should just go to the vet and get general checkups done.
Incredibly based psychic, I guess.
Which, you know, I respect a lot. I came in asking about the health and safety of my animals, and she told me what she read, but if I'm actually concerned, to just go to a doctor. And didn't charge me $427 for it. Overall, Psychic 2 was very nice. She gave me a good reading, didn't try to sell me anything, and reminded me that doctors exist.
That's pretty nice.
Psychic 3 was kind of
It's Sabrina!
back in the same vein as
It's Sabrina from Pokemon!
Psychic 1.
By the way, Sabrina hentai, I'm just saying, hits absolutely different. Sabrina hentai is the best Pokemon girl hentai. I know that this is surprising because of all the really popular Pokemon women out there, and a lot of them are very respectable. No, Cynthia hentai, I forgot. Yeah, Cynthia hentai's up there too. Yeah, I'd say in the S tier you got Sabrina and Cynthia.
She almost immediately said I'm gonna live past my 80s and have 3 kids.
Oh my god! Is there a network?
All right. She said she sees me having good financial fortune and good opportunities are coming in the new year. But she also said in August, a man with a beard and or mustache is gonna approach me with a business opportunity and to be wary of him. And
What? Okay.
then, before I could even process that, she said I may be involved in a light car accident in the next few months, possibly a fender bender. This is the first psychic that was this blunt about straight up predicting things, and by the time this video comes out, those months would have passed already, so I'll add right now if I was in a car accident. She also said
Damn.
someone near
Destroyed.
me is gonna have a baby and that I'm gonna become very attached to it. And that's gotta be the most incorrect sounding prediction of all the psychics so far because I am not a fan of babies. I don't like them. I think they are weird and unpredictable. I do not care who in my group of family or friends has a baby.
Dude, Jaiden is just incredibly and unfathomably based.
I'm staying the hell away from it. She went back to reading me as a person,
Calabra.
said I'm very trusting and to be aware of jealous people that are around me. In this industry,
I think that's a great piece of advice for literally every YouTuber ever.
that's pretty fair. Then she said
Yeah.
it seemed like I had a big purchase on my mind, to which I admitted there was something expensive I saw that I've had my mind on for a while. She asked what it was because she foresaw it being good for me. And I told her about the new giant Altaria plush that Pokemon announced. I don't think that's what she expected though, because she seemed to lose a little focus after that one. But I did end up buying it. I asked about my birds, just like I have been for all of them, and she said they seem safe. However, after reading me for so long, she sensed my chakras were imbalanced, which was a shame because I could have sworn they were properly aligned. Anyway, she would like to help with them. I said, sure, and she hit me with the meditation prayer bit and how I'm only paying for the materials and not her time, and they're gonna cost $375.
Yeah.
Much cheaper than
I'm just waiting for the mustache guy in August to show up.
Psychic 1, but man, that's like the same setup and kicker. And no medical protection to boot.
Not a hypno! He's in all the best Sabrina hentai. Oh no!
I politely declined and left. I gotta say though, this psychic was the first one to straight up tell me you're gonna be in a car accident. A bearded man is gonna approach you in August. Like just real life things. Whether or not they come true, you gotta respect that gamble. Definitely an all or nothing type of psychic. She was also the most expensive one yet. The other psychics were both $90, but this one charged me $162 for the reading.
My
now,
God!
Psychic 4 was a doozy, might I tell you. I walked up to her
Are
shop
they all women?
door, entered the room, and no one was there. I immediately walked back out because it's weird to be just there alone, and texted her I was here, to which she responded, give me 15 minutes. Kinda strange a psychic is running late, but I'm not here to get into that irony, so I just sat on a little chair and waited outside. 15 minutes passed, then 20, 30. This lady was 40 minutes late to a psychic reading. I brushed it aside because whatever, and we started. She
For content, for the content.
let me pick my tarot cards, laid them out in the formation, and told me she's very surprised I picked a lot of queen cards. Apparently, in the standard tarot card deck of 78 cards, there's 4 queens, and I randomly picked 3 of them. She explained that's no accident, so
Oh
you
my
heard it here
God.
first, people. Certified and indisputable queen over here.
Yeah!
The stars said so. She led with how she sees I have a good
Oh, but you fool. You didn't realize that picking 3 queen comments means that your chakras are unaligned, actually. If you don't buy Shungite soon and you pick the 4th queen, you will die.
Good, strong energy. I work for everything I have. I've got good financial stability. I'm gonna run my own company and be a
This is all true.
good leader. But she sees a lot of jealous people around me and to be careful about them. I tried to explain YouTube to her because I felt like that would explain all the things she just said, since all things considered, it's pretty accurate. But after like 5 minutes of trying to explain what a YouTube channel is, she just gave up and was like, sorry, I just don't understand technology.
She understands ghosts. Yeah!
Fair enough. Also, sure, all of what she said was surprisingly accurate, but I'm always
Yeah, no, whenever I hear that stuff, it's like, it's generic enough and, you know, positive enough that you tell this to anyone and they'll feel like that fits into them.
wary of what can be used as a blanket statement, especially when it comes to the financial stuff, because I don't know, I think going to psychics is a bit of a luxury expense. Not everyone can afford.
Yeah, if you're paying $162 for a reading, well then you have financial stability.
To pay upwards of $100 just to be told they've got positive vibes and are gonna be in a car accident. But then Psychic 4 said, I don't know how you do it, but you're making at least X per month, and gave me a very specific range of what I actually do make per month. That's what definitely perked
Ooh.
my ears up. You know, I don't have a normal job, and even after not understanding how I make money, she was able to drop a number that was pretty close, all things considered. Then she said she sees me living a long and healthy life and that I'm gonna be a mother of 3. I haven't directly talked about it yet, but I would like to say it's hauntingly strange how literally all 4 psychics have told me I'm gonna be a mother of 3. None of them even asked me if I like kids in the first place. They just straight up told me point blank. I don't know what about me is giving off I'm gonna have 3 kids vibes, but it needs to stop. I absolutely do not want 3 kids. It's too many kids for me to handle. I'm gonna have to figure out how to change the fates, like, immediately, because it's all feeling a bit too real at this point. They also all said I was gonna live a healthy life past my 80s.
Alright.
So if I die at 50,
Again, that's just so basic.
I want all of my money back. Anyway, Psychic 4 kept talking, saying it seemed my birds are safe, because I asked, but there seems to be a negative energy trying to attack them, to which she'll start meditating to protect them. Also, my chakras seem unaligned and my 3rd eye isn't very developed despite how old my soul is.
Makes sense, makes sense. As a fellow person with a very old soul, my 3rd eye is also needs work.
Which sure is a sentence. So she recommended a chakra meditation thing. She had me lay on her table under a lamp of RGB crystals and turned on relaxing spa music. Then she told me to close my eyes because when your eyes are closed, your 3rd eye opens, and that's why you dream when you sleep.
That makes sense. That's why I dream when I sleep too.
It's your 3rd eye. You learn something new every day. Anyway, I laid there. She gave me some crystals to hold and put more crystals on my chest and stomach and legs and put a bell on my forehead that she would ring every few minutes.
What the frick is going on? Dude, this is when you call the police, homie. You don't know this person.
After a bit of that, she told me she had to leave the room for 5 minutes so her energy
Now, just in case a demon manifests, I don't want to be anywhere near here.
doesn't interfere with mine. But I could swear she left me on that table alone and blindfolded for like 15, maybe more. After she remembered I was still there, she came back, sprayed me with lavender, which was pleasant, did little karate chops on my body,
She's just Reagan!
and then had me sit up. I did hit my head on the RGB crystals, so I hope that didn't jostle my chakras. And that was that. She said I had a lot of energy and that I'm an old spirit, but I need to develop my 3rd eye more, and she's gonna send me home with a couple incense to burn, and
Makes
that I
sense.
need to come back tomorrow. At this point, I was in too deep. All the other psychics, I was able to squeeze my way out of these situations, but I just ended up doing it this time.
Why? No!
Mainly because she told me to burn incense, but I didn't have an incense burner, and then she lent me hers. And I didn't want to just take it and dip. So I burnt the incense like she told me to, and went back the next afternoon thinking that was it. And after that, I could start not coming back anymore. But then she gave me some crystals, more incense,
Oh my god, once you start, they're never gonna let you go. You're in her clutches.
and bath salts this time, and told
Yeah.
me to meditate in the bath while holding the crystals and also burn more incense, which meant I go home with her incense burner again. And that's when my friends told me to stop there and not go back. So I didn't. By the way, she charged me $776.
Oh my god, dude. Oh god.
I have no idea how she did that. She said the chakra thing where I lay on the table was like $100 or $200 extra. And then after we were done, she gave me the card reader and it said $650, to which I was just like, sure, whatever. And then my email receipt said $776.
What? Oh my god, dude.
Again,
She got roped in, baby.
reminded of how these people actually stay in business. She called me a queen, gave me a crystal nap, and then took $800 from me. And last but not least, Psychic 5. So for her, when I called to book an appointment, she told me she only takes cash and that I have to call 30 minutes before our appointment to confirm. So I did that.
Gaslighting and gatekeeping vulnerable women, literally. Here's the really wild part. They're really popular. Like, I know that in your circles, being that just by the fact that you're like a viewer of mine, there's no way. The chances are slim that you're into that stuff, because I'm a critical person in general, and I think that I have developed a rather cynical audience because I'm a cynical person, and I feel like that just makes sense. People gravitate towards people they relate to somewhat. So I don't think there are a lot of psychic lovers in the chat. That said, it is a surprisingly lucrative business. I know people personally that have gone or advised me to go, to which I said no. But I personally know people. But I know that they're all bad, but this one though, this one.
That a few days later when our appointment was scheduled, and she's like, oh, I'll be honest, honey, I completely forgot about you. Can we reschedule to tomorrow? Which is like, first of all, how does a psychic forget? I rescheduled
Wait, how is this an on-the-phone appointment and you pay in cash? How does that make any sense?
to the next day, but a few hours later, she called me back and was like, actually, I overbooked you on top of a different appointment. Can we reschedule to next week? And at this
How is she this popular that she's overbooked?
point, I'm annoyed, but again, I'm like, whatever. So we reschedule again. I called to confirm 30 minutes before again, and once again, she forgot. So I just gave up. Tell me how many kids I'm gonna have. And that was my psychic experience. I'm still pretty indifferent about all of it, but I can totally see how and why people can get super into it if they surround themselves with the culture. Whether
Yeah, it's so sad.
it's real or I believe it or not, it was surprisingly nice to be told things were gonna be okay. I do think some
Right? Ultimately, you get comforted, and that's what happens. It's like, but I'm paying, and I feel so much better now. So it's clearly not worth it.
of them can be a bit predatory on people at their low points, but hey, it's great to have my chakras rebalanced.
Cool new guy alert. We made a super cute Ari pillow available now. Look at this
very
big man. He is huge
He's
and
such a
super
huge-
soft and
he is
awesome.
such a huge,
Head over
soft,
to
big man.
JaidenAnimations.com to pick one up. I genuinely love him so much.
This is a great video. I love Jaiden's storytime videos. Yeah, but the whole world of psychics really kind of pisses me off sometimes, not gonna lie. I don't like scams. And here's the wild thing. I feel like on the internet especially, which is, you know, where I obviously spend a lot of time being that's what I do for a living. On the internet, people are so indifferent to scams compared to how if you offended someone. If you said something not nice to someone, then that is so much worse than actually scamming people. Whatever, moving on, that's my hot take. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam!